With Microsoft Rewards, earn points for what you online. Earn points by searching, shop.
3 doors down so you can't ignore it. I'll hunt you down like a Tyrannosaurus.
If I were to say that you went to school and then you came home, you and your mom got in your hands on, you did something to your mom, wouldn't that be far-fetched? What do you mean? You killed your mom.
He just dropped it. Nah, this guy's a GOAT. He's my GOAT. He just clocked it.
Are you a man of integrity? Do you know what that is? Are you a person of integrity? I don't think I have the best character. I just want to look at your highlights and look at it like this. And I'm going to ask you, did you kill your mother, take things from your house, distribute them amongst your friends, come in here today and lie to my face and say that you didn't do that?
After being backed into a corner, Gregory remains silent for quite a while before something snaps inside him and divulges one of the most chilling confessions we've ever heard.
Oh, good, whatever. All right, I'll tell you what happened. All right, so I got home, I got in an argument with my mom. She slapped me across the face. She began to hit me. She started beating me. I didn't like it, so I strangled her to death. I put her in a wheelbarrow. I put her in my car.
I'm ready to die and get slapped about 30 times when I get back to school.
You're not going back to school, buddy. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? All right. In today's video, we're back with Explore With Us. I've missed this fine gentleman with the fine voice. But yeah, in today's video, we're gonna get rage baited. I'm not gonna lie. Today's video is gonna induce rage. When evil teens think murder is hilarious. And I mean, just look at this thumbnail. This is the one thing I hate. If you guys have seen any previous videos from me, anytime I see indifference from the murderer, from the person that took away people's lives, whenever they display indifference, that me off more than anything. It's just disgusting. But to see this thing right here, looking up at a security camera during his interrogation and busting out like a humorous pose after he killed somebody, yeah, today's gonna induce rage, bro. Before we get into today's video, as you can see on the other side of the screen, there's chat over there. We watch videos like this all the time: true crime, Vocaloid, short films. Sometimes we play games. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, follow me on Twitch to join us for moments like this. And also make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter to stay updated on what I'm doing. Alrighty, I'm gonna shut up now. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
3 doors down so you can't ignore it. Hi, Grandma. Where's your mom?
Insane way to start the video. They already start like singing after they did what they just did. Oh, hell no. Now this is gonna be a rough one, chat. This is gonna be a rough one.
Part of me that knows I should feel bad, but I can't feel anything for it. What I do?
I'm not gonna get a birthday or Christmas and disowned by my entire family.
Dude, I'm not even getting to work. Come on. Shh.
Someone's about to get fired. I'll hunt you down like Tyrannosaurus.
On the afternoon of November 2nd, 2018, as the Volusia County officers respond to a 911 call about a burglary, little did they know they were actually stepping into the most disturbing case Volusia County had ever seen.
911, where's your emergency?
I just got home and my house is completely trashed. It looks like someone broke in the side door.
Okay, how long have you been gone?
I've been gone all school day.
Are you there by yourself?
Yeah.
How old are you?
15.
Yeah, bro, everybody just spam those tomatoes. The immediate clownery from the beginning of the 0 to 100 clownery.
Are you there by yourself?
Yeah.
How old are you?
15.
I need you to take a deep breath. I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay. My mom's car is here and she's not home. And she's supposed to go to work today, and I can't find her.
Okay. Your mom's car is there. Is there any other way she ever gets to work? Does she ever get a ride from anyone else?
No, the car is on. It's turned on.
The car is on, and you're sure she is not there?
I searched the entire place. I've been here for like 8 minutes. I've been looking.
Okay.
I can't find her.
I'm right here with you, okay? What's your name?
All right, my full name is Gregory Logan Ramos.
Is there anybody that has made any threats to your mom or to you? Or
No.
So let me guess. It's going to come out that he called his mom in an attempt to look innocent, but he's the one who murdered her.
The 911 operator is gathering information from 15-year-old Gregory. Officers are arriving on the scene.
Gail. I copy, thank you.
Elaine Clevenger. Where does she work? She works at an architecture firm up in Orlando.
Is she normally home this time of day?
No, she gets home at 6:30.
She does look like a booger eater.
She dropped me off, and then she usually just heads back to the Sun Rail and
hops in the train with her bike. And
Is anybody else over here once again?
my dad and my two step siblings. My dad is on a business trip in Seattle. He'll be back this afternoon at 6:30.
Okay.
And then the two step children have their moms. Everything is gone. Like, except for like the mounted TV on my wall. There's everything is gone.
Hoping to gain some insight into this burglary, two officers take a walk through Gregory's house. To their horror and shock, the home had been trashed beyond recognition. Every part of the house has been rifled through.
Immediate guess, and I might be wrong, you know, this is just me spitballing. So we know this kid did it, just based on the thumbnail of this video. I'm guessing that he trashed the whole house to set it up to look like an external source is what came in and caused all of this, and then what murdered his mom. And he did everything. Like, this kid is the one that did all of this. He willy-nilly threw shit around to make it look like a actual aggressive crime scene.
Every part of the house has been rifled through. The bedroom's closets are emptied out and dumped all over the floor. In the kitchen, every single cabinet was open and rifled through, including those under the sink. Glass littered the floor of the kitchen as the burglars had taken it upon themselves to smash all the glassware.
That's weird. Why is there all this crap up here spilled? There's a broken glass here. I saw this shit broken, dude.
The damage around the house is more severe than a standard burglary, and the officers can't help but wonder if maybe these burglars had a personal vendetta against Gregory's mother, Gail, or his family. As the officers make preparations to take 15-year-old Gregory back to the station so he can be comfortable while they process the home, one of the neighbors approaches them.
Just I do have a key to their house, but I haven't been up here since yesterday evening, or after you and I spoke. I talked to his parents.
Okay.
As I told him, this young man has some depression problem, really bad.
Has she had any issues with him lately? Or?
No, not that I know of.
While processing continues at the house, Gregory is taken to the station. Seeking comfort and support, he calls Ken Jones, his sponsor with the Police Explorers, a youth program that allows teens interested in law enforcement to learn the basics and help their local sheriff's office. Ken meets Gregory at the station, and the two sit down for a chat in the following never-before-seen footage. It's been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor, a licensed attorney, and a former detective, former licensed polygraph examiner, and former hostage negotiation commander and instructor. While Ken helps calm Gregory down, he notices some bruises on Gregory's face.
What happened here? I got in a fight yesterday. It's one of my friends. I didn't see that yesterday. I had makeup on. Right. It was a conversation with my friends. We got into a disagreement. But I solved the problem. I talked it out with him, and we made up, and he apologized for hitting me, and I accepted his apology. What was his name? We hugged it out. My friend, Joe. Joe? Does SRD know about the fight? Who? SRD? Who? No,
Joe.
There was no fight. He just came up, and he's like, Greg, and I was like, what? He kind of like, what the hell, dude? I didn't hit back or anything. It was just, and I was like, okay, well, calm down. Let's talk it out. We talked it out. What's Joe's last name? I don't know. He's your friend. To be honest with me, Craig, what's his last name? I don't know his last name. Who does know his name? I don't know. Point of the matter is, though, we made up. It was just a conversation that happened. It wasn't anything.
This is so random. Between a day before, which was when the whole thing went down and his mom was dead, and then to today, he has a black eye, and now he's just randomly saying he got into a random-ass fight with his friend named Joe, and then now he's saying, oh, I don't know my friend's last name.
Point of the matter is, though, we made up. It was just a conversation that happened. It wasn't anything. Important. We talked it out and we hugged and it was like, dude, you know, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And he was justified. And I said, I'm sorry for making that mistake. What time this happened yesterday? Ballpark of the afternoon. But I saw you like at what? What time did you get out of the fair? Well, I got there at 7. Okay. I just seen that you put makeup on it before you came out. Yeah. Why would you do that? Because I didn't want to work traffic detail with scars on my face. I guess that's reasonable.
The longer he chats with Ken, the more Gregory worries about his mother, Gail.
Do you know if any developments have been made, if anything happened? They're going to tell you everything that goes on. But I'm trying to make sure that you are right. Because, you know, when you called me, you were very upset. So it's just all in all bad situation. Okay. Wish you had called me earlier. I could have come down here earlier with you. But guess what? I want to come down here and make sure that you're okay. Look at me for a second. No matter what's happened, it's very important. Whatever it is, that you're upfront and honest. Even like remember what Joe's last name is. Because that's important. So what we act upon and when you tell us things is what we're going to do. We got to be able to trust you.
His sponsor, Detective Jones, is acting like a father figure here, telling him to look at him and to be honest. In contrast, Gregory is sitting cross-armed and doesn't appear comfortable. As a 15-year-old kid, he should be panicking and asking about where his mom is, and yet he's oddly calm.
So yeah, he's 15, right? Yeah, as a 15-year-old, he's not worried. I mean, his mom just died. So it's really odd that all of a sudden he went from over the phone acting super sad and scared and stuff like that, because he needed to be, because that's the initial phone call. That's the initial vibe that the police are going to pick up on. And then now that the deed is done, he's cold and closed off. That's really, really odd.
He should be panicking and asking about where his mom is, and yet he's oddly calm.
You know, I'm not saying you're not telling the truth. Yeah, I'm saying for some reason you want to tell me Joe. And I don't know why. Why would you want to tell me Joe? I'm not going to go run after Joe and get him in trouble. But that's just you are. It's kind of like a question to make sure that you're going to be honest with me. You have my full cooperation. It's just I don't want an unrelated incident to be drawn into the more important. Well, we may need to make sure it is unrelated. We need to make sure that the people didn't come there and hurt you too. Is that possible? No, it's not. Okay. All right. But if it was, I would have voiced my concerns already. Okay. That's fair. But we want to make sure that you're okay. I'm fine. Because these guys are going to ask you a lot of questions. They're going to be hard questions. It's going to be a lot harder than me asking you what that guy's name is. Okay? I don't want you to put up any walls. I want you to just tell them exactly what happened. I'll ask all the questions. I'm ready.
With Gregory feeling more comfortable, Sergeant Pagliari begins the interview.
A couple things. As you can see, I see that you keep looking at my recorder, so everything that I do obviously is recorded. Okay? Plus you see the camera up in the thing there.
Gregory has read his rights, as is standard procedure. In Florida, there's no requirement for a parent to be present in order to interrogate a minor. However, there is an obligation to notify a parent or legal guardian when a minor is taken into custody, which isn't the same thing as questioning. The general take on the Florida parental notification requirement is that it's good faith, and the inability to make contact with a parent or guardian doesn't put a halt to any questioning. Still, it's important to note that Miranda rights apply to minors in Florida just as they do to adults. Now it's time for Sergeant Pagliari to get some background information on Gregory's mother and some recent trouble at school.
How would you say?
All right, Pagliari. That last name sounds Italian. He's gonna go hard. Italians don't fuck around.
How would you say your relationship is with your mom? It has its ups and downs. Okay. I think everyone argues a little bit with their mom. Okay. We love each other a lot. I really hope she's okay. Have you ever been in trouble with the law before or anything? No. How about trouble in school? Yeah?
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Nina just built an app.
So we can all build apps now?
I'm on lunch.
I gotta make a call.
I'll be right back.
Just built an inventory tracker. Protein calculator.
Bookshare an app.
Profesor de español.
Having his sponsor in the room should make him feel much more comfortable and relaxed. Yet Gregory has his arms tightly crossed and his nonverbal communication is not in sync with his verbals, indicating he's feeling anxiety. Given the situation, this is understandable. He doesn't know where his mom is and his house has been burglarized. Still, he's very closed off.
And I'm just getting background before we get into things. That's all I'm trying to do here. So, like, trouble at school, like how? So I'm trying to think about what it was. Last month, the ISS and OSS for that. What is that, sir? I don't know. ISS is in school suspension. OSS is out of school suspension. Okay. Why? What happened? The weekend beforehand, my friend was released. You know?
Have y'all ever gotten ISS or OSS? Any of my high school peeps here? I never once got either of those when I was in high school.
Why? What happened? The weekend beforehand, my friend was released. You know? So I went to go. I snuck out of my house to go talk to him, and I talked with him. And my friend smokes cigarettes, and he gave me some to take home with me. I put some in my backpack, and I forgot to take them out. So when I was searched randomly at my school, they were found. And how'd your mom feel about that? She was not happy. But we worked out a solution, which was me going to do community service research. Okay. You talk about ups and downs in your mom's relationship, right? So that would probably be one of the downs, I would assume? No, because she was justified in her anger. That was my fault. But previously, my mom has done things that were not justified. You want to tell me about those? I really need to know. It was just that wasn't serious.
Gregory is making an attempt to not only be perceived as a good person by making himself look like someone who would admit it when he did something wrong, but also to control the interview when he adds, all you really need to know, given the fact that he's only 15. This is all very bold.
Okay. I'm not here to get your mom in trouble, by the way. Yeah, I know. Okay. So if you think that what you're going to tell me is going to negatively affect what I think about your mother, that's not it at all. It's just hard for me to
Now that he understands Gregory a bit better, it's time for Pagliari to start creating a timeline from the day before the burglary.
Who stayed at your house last night? Who was at my house last night? Yeah.
Gregory repeats the question before answering, which gives him a pause to think about what exactly he wants to say.
That's so true. Yeah, people, every time when somebody wants to fucking lie, they always repeat the question like a weird, nervous, kind of way. It's just like, where were you this day?
8:47 maybe? Why so specific? That's just a time I remember.
Dude, the investigator said exactly what I thought immediately. Like, that's a very oddly specific time that you remember. And people do that. When they're lying, they'll make up certain very specific details. They feel like in a way that makes you believe them more. But real, honest people, like when you're recalling a memory, you give broad details that still paint the picture well. So like he would have said like, roughly around like 8:30-ish p.m. What kind of freak says, oh, at 8:47 p.m. I got there? Like, nah, bruh. You're trying too hard. You're trying too hard.
8:47 maybe? Why so specific? That's just a time I remember, probably from looking at my phone. The thing with the truck detail ended early. It was supposed to go until 9, but I think it ended a bit early. And so I got home around just closer to 9. So, yeah. Mom was home? Yeah. Okay. You guys, when you got home, conversation with Mom, that's how your day was, anything? Yeah. How'd that go? Good. Okay. We talked to me at dinner. What'd you guys have for dinner? I don't remember. You don't remember what you had? No. Must not have been very eventful. No, it was just like every other night.
Another thing right there is inconsistency in how detailed his memory is. Remember the time seemingly perfectly, but you can't remember the food you ate.
When you got home, conversation with Mom, that's how your day was, anything? Yeah. How'd that go? Good.
The rest of Gregory's answers are also short and vague, but most interestingly, he also seems to be emphasizing that last night was, as he said, just like every other night. All of this together seems to suggest the opposite of what Gregory is saying, and something about last night was not good or like every other.
So Mom doesn't make good food? Because there seems to me dinner's never eventful. Well, you're telling me? I know. Because when I find her and tell her, I'm going to say, listen, Greg said dinner's uneventful. You think she's going to be upset with me or upset with you when she says that? Maybe.
There are a few interesting interactions here. For one, a bit earlier, Gregory gives a very specific answer of 8:47, which sets the stage that his memory is very good. Second, the detective seems to have noticed how closed off Gregory is being still, and is doing a little bit of friendly picking on him to build rapport. However, when the detective talks about finding his mom, Gregory makes some anchor point shifts. This thought should have raised a bit of hope or excitement, yet instead, he shows signs of anxiety.
He's getting nervous.
She goes off on you for other stuff, so I don't want her to go off on you for that. Fine. Whatever. It's whatever. How do you deal with it when she goes off on you? I've gotten better at it. You got better at it? I used to get really angry and emotional, but I kind of realized that's not worth it. Well, that's the only way to deal with it. The worst thing to do would be put your hands on her. I would never do something like that. You would never put your hands on your mom? No. And I think I've made that point quite clear to her. We had an argument a couple months ago. Like it was like a long time ago. And she sat across the room because she didn't trust me. And I told her I could, yell and scream at you all I want, do the exact same stuff you do to me, but I'd never lay my hands on you. Never. That's just not something I do.
I built a Wix website overnight, and it helped launch my career as a sketch artist. There's beauty in everything, and being there firsthand is, of course, the best way to experience it. As a reportage illustrator,
Gregory repeats the statement that he would never lay his hands on his mother, and then makes some convincing character reference statements. It's clear that he's working really hard to be seen as a calm, non-violent person who couldn't have hurt his mom. It makes you wonder why he feels the need to emphasize this when she's just missing at this point.
Yeah, she's
Sergeant
trying way too hard.
Timeline.
Okay, what happened this morning? I slept good. My alarm was not set. She woke me up around 6:20. I sleep in my clothes. So what you're wearing right now is what you wore to school? No, I changed shirts when I got home. Okay. I was sweaty.
This is an odd detail. Why would Gregory even think of changing his shirt when he came home and found his house burglarized and his mother missing?
But your pants and shoes are the same. Yes, and your socks. You gotcha? Yeah, okay. So 6:20 you slept in, okay? Mom came woke you up. Fired up, huh? She wasn't angry. Okay. So tell me what happened. She's like, okay, you gotta get up now. Go brush your teeth and pile in the car. So I grabbed my backpack, I went and brushed my teeth, started cutting my retainer, kind of messed with my hair a bit, and then I got in the car.
He's doing it again. He's so oddly specific with things. Take out my retainers, mess with my hair just like a little bit. Like, bro.
Messed with my hair a bit, and then I got in the car. So what time do you think you got to school? Honestly, I have no idea. Can look at your phone? It's probably in the ballpark of like 6:40. Okay.
It's certainly interesting that a few minutes ago, Gregory could remember the exact minute he got home, but now he honestly has no clue what time he got to school.
Talk to anybody when you got there? Hey, what's up? You got friends at school? Yes. Who'd you talk to? First person you saw at school was who? First person I saw.
For a brief moment, Gregory unblocks by lowering his arms and leaning forward. He then wrings his hands together before closing back off. Something about this line of questioning made him a bit uncomfortable, but why?
Probably my friend Kat. Kat? Yeah. Boy or girl? Female. You got a last name? No. Who's your friend? You don't know her last name? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Honestly, I don't really got that many friends. I'm not like a...
Yeah, we believe you. But also, Dude, see, this is what I'm saying. He remembers perfectly like the details of other useless things, but even like the very few friends that he has, it's not like he has like a ton of friends to keep track of. The very few friends that he has, he doesn't know the last names of any of them.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't really got that many friends. I'm not like a super social person. Okay, nothing wrong with it. I have a lot of acquaintances that I have like that I've either A, had a class with in the past, or B, have class with now, or C, I know from elsewhere. And so, yeah, okay. No worries, man. No worries. I get that. What's your first period class, buddy? Biology. Who's that teacher? Mr. Olstowski. Biology. Biology. What building is that? Room? Building and everything else, you know? Building 3. 4-3. 4-3 is the room? Well, building 3. Floor 3. Oh, floor 3. I don't have the room number. You want to take a stab at spelling the last name of that teacher? Latsoy, or maybe W, and Ski, I guess. Man, woman? He's a guy. Guy. Okay. You like him? He's a good teacher? I have a D in his class. You have a D? Yeah. How's mom feel about that? We had an argument about it last night. Oh. Tell me about that. We talked about it. Basically, she's like, can't be doing this. And I was like, well, I got all these B's last quarter. I can pull my grade up before the end of the semester. And she was like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Don't act so cocky. I'm like, I'm not. I just know I'm capable of doing things like that.
Sergeant Pagliari has honed his skills when it comes to reading behavior, and he's picking up on some strange behavior from Gregory.
Ooh. One thing that you said you'd like being you want to be a detective someday. And in my personal experience, when people start a story and then they go into the blah, blah, blah part, that there's more to the blah, blah. So if you will, Greg, tell me what the blah, blah, blah part was for this argument.
Okay, well, I like this guy. This dude, he's good at his job. People like this liar right here, they count on you hopefully moving past what they said. Like, oh, what does your mom think about you getting a D in this class? Oh, we had an argument. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. They count on you being like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. It's not that important. Let's move on to the next question. No, this guy hooks into that shit and digs deeper, because if that was a lie and you dig more into the lie, you're putting a lot of pressure on him to continue making up bullshit. That's why you're seeing him get all uncomfortable, scratching himself, covering his mouth. Yeah.
So if you will, Greg, tell me what the blah, blah, blah part was for this argument. Okay, well, basically, she was just kind of like, whatever. You act narcissistic sometimes. Don't be so cocky.
Using the word basically tends to indicate that someone is leaving something out. This, combined with Gregory's nonverbal behaviors such as self-soothing head rubbing, scratching, possible eye blocking, and his one hand tightly across his stomach in a protective and guarded posture, all seem to indicate that he's feeling a lot of anxiety.
And I was like, well, I'm not cocky. I'm capable. I feel like I have the skills because I've done it before to fix my grades in a short amount of time. And I was like, I probably could fix them by Friday and stuff, and just talking with her about that. And she was like, all right, whatever, go study your biology. And I was like, all right. So I studied my biology for about an hour, and then I went into her room, and she was on the phone with Dad. I said, hi, Dad, and they hung up, and then I said a prayer with her for a good night, and said our whatever, for healing hours, for Grandma, for Uncle Joe, stuff like that.
When people say and then, or jump to parts of their story by saying and, repeated a few times in a row, it tends to mean that they're going through events like their bullet points, and they're usually leaving something out between the ands.
And I was like, I probably could fix them by Friday. And so I studied my biology for about an hour, and then I went into her room, and she was on the phone with Dad. I said, hi, Dad, and they hung up, and I said a prayer with her for a good night, and
I didn't realize it. Yeah, he says and a lot.
Uncle Joe, stuff like that.
Pay close attention to the moments when Gregory says and then as the questioning continues.
And then I kissed her, and I went to sleep. Okay. That was around, I went to sleep around 11. That is when I woke up late. Okay. When was the first time somebody called you about, or did anyone call you about your mother not being at work or anything like that? I received no communication from anyone about that. Okay.
With Gregory's school day seeming as normal as can be, the sergeant inquires about what he found when he got home that afternoon.
What's that chat? Motherfucker go to University High School. Wait, is that a... Yo, I didn't see that. Fake ass made up dream high school.
Gregory gives some indication that he's feeling anxiety around the questions of what happened when he got home by fidgeting with his fingers.
I'm dead, bro. Like, that chat just took me out.
Making anchor point shifts and doing some self-soothing rubbing on his arm. It's important to note that an innocent person might also experience anxiety with these questions, as coming home to such a house after a robbery would be traumatic. However, it's still going to be noted by the detective.
How long would you say it takes you to get from the bus stop to your house? 10 to 15 minutes. You weren't running or anything today, were you? No. Okay.
Gregory makes even more anchor point movement shifts as this line of questioning starts, moving his leg up into a barrier position and engaging in some self-soothing as well.
Front door was locked. Use the key. Mom's car was in the driveway? Correct. And you told Detective Jones it was running? It was running. Is that odd? Yes. Is it odd the fact that your mom's car is even there at all? Yes. Why? because she parks at the Sunrail station, and then she takes her bike on the Sunrail to go to her job. How long usually get home? 6:30. Car's in the driveway and it's running. That's weird. Car's there at all. It's weird. You agree? Yes. And I used the key and opened the door. What did you do? Was the first thing you do when you went inside? Well, I noticed that there was all over the floor, like just a bunch of like crap everywhere, thrown everywhere, and the closet doors were open, and there was stuff spilled on my table. I just noticed that the front view of my house was chaotic. Spilled on the table where? I don't know. On the table? What room's the table? Oh, it's my house. You go through the front door, and there's this hallway. My room is this way, and then there's our dining room table right here. Okay, gotcha. And the next thing I did was we went in my room. I noticed that there were things missing, and that there was dressers and crap, all that crap just pulled out and thrown everywhere. What's missing from your room? Mainly, I didn't really look thoroughly for like everything that was missing from my room, but I noticed 3 things in particular. What are those? My stereo system. Describe what they are. So 3 things. Stereo system. What's that? It's like a radio with 2 large speakers and it lights up LED blue. You know what makes it? Zero Clue. Zero Clue is pretty popular. Yeah, I know. What's the other thing that you're missing? My gaming computer. Like, is it describe it to me?
Not the gaming PC.
Left side and inside you can see the wires and the graphics cards and all that stuff inside, and it goes LED blue. So it's like a tower.
Not the 4080.
It is, yeah. It's a big boy. Attached to a monitor. That's how you play. Yeah, I paid with it for all my own money from summer jobs and stuff. Must be pretty pissed off that's gone.
Yeah, that's the second thing.
I'd be pissed off. You spent all your money that you earned to buy this computer tower, now it's gone. Oh, I believe so. Yeah.
This is an interesting moment. It appears that Gregory doesn't want to show anger about his missing things, so he deflects it back to his missing mom to appear like the appropriately concerned teenager, but it all seems a little forced.
What's the third thing? I noticed I have a 25, and I forget the weight on it, but it's a hunting legal compact bow. Compact bow.
Well, that's a little concerning. Bro just randomly had a bow.
While Sergeant Pagliari steps out of the room to make some calls, Gregory chats with Detective Jones.
Dude, nah, watch the combat bow be missing because that's the weapon that he used to murder his mom, and then he tried to dispose of it somewhere, like to hide it.
Gregory chats with Detective Jones.
What do you think my house will not be a crime scene? I don't know. Sometimes it takes hours, sometimes it takes almost a day and a half. I know you've worked cases like this before. I have. It takes a while sometimes. And the more information you can give them, the better off it is. Yeah. They need to know what to do, where to go. I made a lot of bad decisions in my life. With regards to other things. Yeah. And it's just...
His answer here immediately grabs Detective Jones's attention, and he moves into the confession position.
Bro, yeah. This detective right here heard this kid hit that line. He locked in. He went. Pretend like I'm the investigator. I'm just drinking my Monster. Yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life.
His answer here immediately grabs Detective Jones's attention, and he moves into the confession position. Gregory must have noticed because he quickly clarified with regards to other things, but it makes you wonder what exactly is his sponsor thinking in this moment.
Now, mom's gone. Like, she's dead. Like, I don't make reconcile with myself. Well, why would you investigate? Because no one knows where the hell she's at. She might go home and date her, take hostage or something. I hope mom's okay. Yeah, I do too, Greg. I can't imagine what it'd be like. Love you, Mom, don't you? After you guys had your argument with her last night, if she was here right now, what would you say to her? I would just feel like such a dick after every argument we have. It just makes me angry because we don't understand each other. We're different people, we have different opinions, but we love each other. You know, you feel guilty about the fight a little bit? I hope she's safe. Did you say you want her back?
Ooh, Freudian slip. So at this point, she's just missing. She hasn't been declared dead yet. And he let out the line, very specific and very interesting choice of words. I want her back. As if she's like gone. And the detective caught that.
Did you say you want her back?
Gregory makes a big mistake here. He